That's right, y'all. You are listening to Mixxbosses. DJD in the building right about now. I'm joined by
DJE Swift from the Alkaholiks.
Gotta love that.
Baby,
and also,
baby. It's your boy J Rowe, Alkaholiks style.
Gotta love that. Thank you so much for coming through, fellas.
Oh man, thanks for having us. You know,
I've been
looking
looking
at home
forward
already.
I've been looking forward to this one. You are at home, definitely. I even made lemonade for you all tonight.
Nice.
So we're gonna kick back and sip some
refreshing juice.
That's right, some refreshing juice. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But how have you been? What are you guys doing
been
here?
good.
Do
Made out
tell.
the storm, storming outside.
We're actually out here right now, hanging out with our friends, and we're about to start this Straight Outta Compton tour
I love
coming
that.
up. Yeah.
I love that.
So yeah.
Actually, just before you came in, we were bumping some Straight Outta Compton NWA.
Is that right?
Yep. Just had that going through the airwaves.
Oh,
Clean version, of course, but
Of
still,
course.
Right. We heard
nonetheless.
a kid singing a dirty version on the train earlier.
Yeah, we did actually.
He was
love
sitting
it.
right behind
It was
us.
crazy. He thought he was Ice Cube for a minute. He's 14 years old, and it was
I love
crazy.
that.
It was fun.
I had to spin that when I was telling the listeners earlier on. My weekend was spent, or part of it anyway, watching CB4. Straight out of low cash.
Oh yeah,
right?
straight out of low cash. Oh my God, it's a lot of cats out there living straight out of low cash right now. Too.
Yeah, I'm
Shout
sure.
out to low cash.
I'm sure there are. But yeah, no, gotta love those classic movies, but also the classic tunes supplied by you guys as well in the past. Can I say in the 90s?
I appreciate that. I mean, I'm just blessed to still be here to this day over here, all the way in Australia. Saying from Los Angeles, California, doing what we love to do.
That's it.
Couldn't ask for anything more than that. It's
Right.
beautiful out here. One of my favorite places in the world.
So glad to hear you say that. And of course, is this your first trip over, or
No,
you've been here before?
We've
A
been
few
here.
Been
times.
there a few times.
we've been here like 4 or 5 times.
Ah, you guys are locals.
That's what they keep
Pretty
telling
much.
us. I just can't get used to driving on the other side of the road yet.
Yeah, that is kind of strange, isn't it? It is
Right.
kind of strange.
Once I get past that, I'll be cool.
That and also the right-hand drive thing as well on the wrong side of the car, right?
Exactly. So, I'm
Yeah.
going to practice that and then I might
It's
move
fun.
on.
It's like the mailman back home. They have it on the right side.
I've got to love that. But you know what? I've got to give props to you guys because the guys in the US, they did something right. I've actually got a left-hand car drive from the US and I think it's much safer and smarter. I prefer it over the right-hand drive, even if we're driving on the wrong side of the road. It just feels better. It feels right.
I tried it here.
just
I drove
told
out
her.
here a few years ago.
How'd you
And
go?
It was cool. I got used to it in about 10, 15 minutes.
Now,
Y'all going to lose me at one of the roundabouts y'all have out here. I'm going to end up going, you know what I mean?
just don't go the wrong way.
Right, that's
Yeah.
my point.
Clockwise.
Okay.
Always.
Oh, gotta love that. But look, we are going to definitely pick your brains throughout, the next sort of little period of the show because I want to know so much more about you fellas. I know a little bit, but I know our listeners, know some of your stuff. But we want to know so much more. So get ready for some serious cues on the way.
Let's do it.
Before we do that, though, do you guys have any shout-outs for anyone out there?
Man, you know what? Sydney versus everybody.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
That's a big shout out. It's a
That's
whole bunch of people that
huge.
fall under that umbrella.
Shout out
That
to
is
everybody.
huge. Gotta love that.
Oh man.
Any from you as well?
Shout out to everybody.
That's it.
So many.
Everyone
See
tuning
us.
in, that's right, both locally and internationally right about now. Hitting the airwaves, 88.1 FM and also online worldwide, radio2adj.com. Big ups to all of our international listeners. Well, since you guys are in the building, can I spin some Alkaholiks right about now?
Please do.
All right, I am going to take it old school, of course.
Okay.
We are going to spin a little bit of Make Room and some Damn.
Yo.
Is that all right with
Definitely
you?
classics.
I heard
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think I might know them.
Oh, we can keep your mic on if you want.
You could. We can talk through the whole song. We can
We'll
rap it
see.
live.
We'll see how we go. We might
Yeah.
just sneak in that mic every now and then without the guys knowing.
Maybe we do the hooks.
Let's see how we go. This is D in the building, joined by
E Swift.
J Rowe.
holding it down for Mixxbosses. Let's get it. Viva. Let's go.
Yeah, check it out, man. It's your boy Akon. And right now, you're in the mix with DJD, Australia's premier female turntablist. Comic all day, you ready? Cause I am. Let's get it. Drop it on them, homie. Come on. Yeah.
You're in the mix with the boss.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
4 and 3 and 2 and 1.
Mixxbosses.
Yes, you are listening to Mixxbosses, DJD in the building. I'm joined by Viv and...
DJ Eat Sweet.
I can't hear.
My man J-Ro. Alkaholiks is in the
it's
building.
J-Ro in the house.
It.
It's the Licks, baby. What's up to Tash? She's back in Cali.
Yeah, Tash couldn't, man, unfortunately, but
She's out in
still out
Cali.
here rocking.
Making homemade beer.
What? Really?
What? You ain't know? We got that new liquid juice.
Yeah, the lemonade I was talking about before.
That's that liquid juice.
We
That's
got the
what's going
liquid
down.
juice. Liquidjuice.com.
That's
Check
right.
it out.
We're doing PG hour right now, so it's it's all good.
Yeah.
I like the lemonade. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Of course, love it.
It is time for the charts, and we are going to also obviously ask these fellas some more questions. Actually, you know what? Let's do the questions first, and then we'll talk tracks. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
I want to know a few things actually, and you know what? I'll just put questions out there. Whichever one of you wants to answer it, jump in and go for it.
Throw it out there.
Okay, so I want to know and actually I'll ask both of you this same question separately because it would have been possibly slightly different answers. How did you get your start in the music scene?
Me, man,
Going back.
crazy. Cause I have to go back, like
Going back.
when like the music scene for me. Like I started off like breakdancing, you know what I mean? And because
So we're talking 80s, right?
we're talking 80s something, and then
That's all good.
and then out of the need to have music to dance to, I started making mixtapes, and my
That's
dad
it.
had a big record collection and turntables and stuff, and I just took to it, and
That's it.
that was it. I mean, that's really, but long story short, I met like King T and guys like that through J-Ro, who was already dealing with them when I moved to California. So, yeah, so it was a long ride, but we here.
Mine started in the 70s.
Yeah.
So even farther back.
Yeah, baby.
I got in trouble at school one day, and then my mom came home with this record under her arm, and my punishment was to learn the words to this song and write them down and memorize them by the next day. And I did, and it was Rapper's Delight. So that was.
Oh, at least she picked a good song.
Well, it was like a promo copy. It wasn't even out yet.
Tell me you've still got that.
I wish.
I hope
That's
you've
crazy.
still
That's
got
crazy
that.
when he told me that story, because one time I came home from school, and my mom had written all the lyrics to and she started rapping it. She said, a hip hop, a hip it. I'll never forget it. I was like, oh, my mom is cool. Like,
I was going to say, you guys have the coolest moms.
I was so
mom.
mad though. I was like, they not even singing. What is this?
yeah, my mom used to listen to I'd practice in the house with the music loud. She never once said turn it down. I know I sounded like hot garbage when I first started. It was clashing, but I was trying to figure it out. I didn't have nobody teaching me.
That's it.
But now I figured it out. Thanks, mom.
Oh, see,
Thanks,
it all
Mom.
comes from mum.
Mom.
Oh,
Mom hooked
gotta
me
love
up.
that.
There you go.
Love my mama.
Well, you would have been playing around with some 78s back then too, right? Not just
Ooh, she
45s
put you
and
in- she
33s.
put you in
Of
the
course.
78s.
Of course. That was a
That was the
78
time.
for sure.
That was the time.
It was heavy.
The big thick
Thick
78.
ones.
That was from my grandfather.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
see?
we was getting them from
Phonograph records.
Now you're making me
That
feel
was like
bad.
the 40s.
I was playing with the 78s. Big ups, Dad. Love you.
And they'd be in a box set, but it'd be like two of them, big ones.
Yeah, they were really heavy. They were chunky ones.
Yeah, it sounded crazy.
But no, that's so true. That actually good next question.
We used to get records in the cereal boxes. So
Yeah,
Oh, do you remember that?
Oh, you didn't get those?
Flimsy
No, but
ones.
I actually just did an article with an overseas magazine, and I was writing in there. Just memories were coming back. We used to have records at the counters when you check out, just like the candy bars today.
Oh,
We used to have
okay.
vinyl like
Oh, wow,
on
really?
the counters and in front of the counters like that.
wow.
So the cereal box one thing,
Yeah.
I think that's even cooler.
Yeah.
It was cool.
You cut it out.
That's even cooler.
Play it.
Cut it out.
That is so cool. I hope you still got that.
No.
They're out
Damn.
there. They're out there
I didn't
somewhere.
know it's worth it.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's
I was
classic.
a kid. I went outside and used it as a
Frisbee.
frisbee.
Yeah, I would have guessed that.
Because it'd be a little corny little song on it. So you wouldn't really want to just bump it. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, okay, that was could whatever. Next.
Dude, you could have like sampled it and done something really crazy with it.
Man, I had Fisher Price back then. I wasn't even on no drum machines.
I've
yet.
seen those.
And
like-
plus, you definitely weren't allowed to touch the turntable.
Couldn't touch the
No.
component system. The component set is what they called it.
then you in trouble, right?
Don't touch that
big
component
trouble.
set.
What was the punishment? More raps or?
More raps.
Oh man.
Gotta love
My
that.
punishment would be like we'd have a breakdance battle. My mama keep me from it.
Wait. Your mama breakdances.
No. Why you talk about my mama?
You just said breakdance battle with your mama.
My mom would stop me. Would be like, you can't go to the battle. And I'd be sitting out
okay.
the window looking at my friends, and then
We're talking official battle, not like
official
bedroom battle. All
Then my
right.
mom.
Official.
Then
I'm
I
with you.
worked hard, and my mom came home one day with her hard-earned money, with those black suede Pumas with the fat laces and the red Puma stripe on the side, and that's when they was like $50-$40 back then. But that was a lot of money for a pair of shoes. So I was like, I put those things on, and I went to the Bancroft Kent Center. I was living in Toledo, Ohio, and we won first place.
Oh.
And I'll never forget that.
Did you guys
Must
have
been
a
the
name?
shoes.
Must have been the shoes.
It was definitely the shoes. Gotta be the shoes.
It could have been a movie.
Gotta be the shoes. Did you guys have a name? Your little b-boy posse?
Yeah. We was the North End Breakers.
There you go, North End Breakers.
Yeah, we was the North End Breakers back then. So
Big ups to you guys.
big up to the North End Breakers.
North
Michael
End
Belcher,
Breakers.
Theopolis Reynolds, Rico Reynolds.
No doubt.
They got a shout out in Sydney. I got to show them.
That's it. What about, did you break as well? Or?
Yeah, my name was Baby Fresh.
My name was E.B. Fresh back then too. Like Eric Brooks is my real name. Right?
Yeah.
E.B. Fresh.
That's crazy.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Gotta love the old days, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Any chance we're gonna see any breaking while you're in Sydney? Break dancing, not
say.
breaking bones,
Yeah.
break dancing.
I hope somebody
come out and break dance.
Come out and get it in.
Well, you know what? I'm going to send a big shout out to DJ Nasser T. He's still holding it down all these years later, and I think he's probably your gen, I would say.
Okay.
He was in this station for a good 25 years as well with his
There we
show,
go.
Yeah.
and he can still do the moves. I've seen it.
I can do a couple windmills.
Yeah.
I can still do it, but I can't do it like I used to.
That's
handstand.
pretty cool.
But if I enough practice,
Yeah,
Who
you
knows?
never know. You never know.
I
what's
saw
gonna happen.
I saw Crazy Legs out there the other day on Jimmy Fallon's show, night show in
Oh, I love that.
LA, and he was breakdancing, and he's like 50-something years old, and he ain't lost a step.
He's still doing it.
Still doing it.
That's it.
So
All right, one more question and then we'll cut to the charts. Now, any musical influences for you guys coming up?
Ooh man, I was a big Michael Jackson fan. To be honest, Jackson 5, like that was my first piece of vinyl I ever got for Christmas.
That's it.
Was a Jackson 5 record, and I'll never forget to this day, like how I felt when I put it on the record player. But in hip hop, as far as like early producers, there's like Marley Marl and like Howie T and cats like that I listen to.
Yeah, I don't know. Just growing up in the neighborhood was for me like seeing bands in the garage playing, and
That's cool.
Everybody's parents were always playing music all the time. You
I
know what I
love
mean?
it.
So I was like, I want to be one of those dudes who they listening to. You know
That's
what I mean?
it.
So, yeah, that was the biggest influence for me, I think.
So it's almost like little unofficial block parties.
Yeah, I mean,
Kinda.
there was just always music
Just
playing.
always
Yeah,
going.
and I was like,
I love
somebody
that.
has to make the music, right?
True that?
Don't just come from nowhere. Then I started learning about artists, like Stevie Wonder and
Yes.
stuff like that. So yeah, after a while, I was like, I want to do that.
Classics.
Yep.
I gotta say, probably out of we've been on the air here for about 8 years, and I think over that 8 years,
Right.
MJ's been one of the most mentioned artists
Yeah.
in terms of influences, and also
Oh, for
Tupac.
sure.
Those
Yeah.
two seem to come up a lot in the
and
conversations.
you know what? I have to say that right neck and neck with Michael Jackson was Prince for me.
Yeah,
And like
definitely.
one of the biggest moments of my career was meeting Prince, and that was like,
Well, I was
you
going to
know,
say, with the next
yeah.
show, Soul Delight, they're probably, I think, it's quite safe to say two of their most mentioned artists would be Stevie, as you mentioned, and also Prince is up there too with them with a lot of their artists because they do a little bit more soul-y sort of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Very talented.
talented though. Like you can't deny talent.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that. All right, well, just very quickly, I'll run through the top 5 of this week from Mixxbosses Worldwide. Hit number 5 is the new Jodeci, Every Moment. That is on the number 5 slot. Big ups to Chris for contributing that one, as well as Kid Ink with Be Real. Also, we've got number 3 coming to us from DJ Leash, repping Mixxbosses Australia, Infectious, Charlie Wilson and Snoop Dogg. Number 2 coming to us from Shy, big ups, fella, miss ya. Terminator X, it's some old school. Juvenile Delinquents, that's coming up in the number 2 slot. Number 1, some more old school, because we're on the old school tip tonight. We are going to be bumping some Fushnikins with a Breakdown. So that's it for the top 5 Mixxbosses. We are going to cut to those right about now, and I think we'll get these fellas some of that lemonade. And then we'll be back with a little bit more, so stay tuned. DJD in the building with
DJ
ThaAlkaholiks.
Yeah, the Alkaholiks.
J-Roll,
DJD
and DJ
Alkaholiks.
That's it. Here we go. Let's get it. It's the charts.
Yo, what up? It's your boy X to the Z Exhibit. Right now, you're checking out my homegirl DJD, killing them on the turntable. Australia's premier female turntable. Drop it, homie. Come on.